Now, Wave 31 storm tracker meteorologist Grace Anello with 31 triple Doppler.
Well, I'm sure the people in Bermuda are hoping that Ernesto gets sucked up by the triangle at this point. I mean, it's...
I'm sorry, I've never heard that before.
It's the truth. I mean, it's like one after the other with these tropical storms and hurricanes.
It absolutely is. And, you know, it's actually interesting you bring that point up. So we were in an El Nino year. That's what we had last winter. That's why we had so much ice. That's why it was so much colder than it normally is. Now we're transitioning into something called Enso neutral. And then by the time we get to the end of really the meteorological summer, beginning of meteorological fall, we'll be in La Nina. La Nina gives us warmer ocean waters, and that is the key ingredient to having a hurricane or a tropical storm form is ocean waters higher than 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So La Nina is making this very, very likely for us to have an active hurricane season. And the closest we get to fully being there, the more likely it is that we see more of these strong storms.
Gosh.
Take a look at what we're seeing a little bit closer to home. I want to talk to you about a whole lot of things today, but we'll start with your out-the-door temperatures. Many of us west of the corridor waking up 5 to almost 10 degrees warmer than we were just yesterday. And I'll go ahead and tell you, this is your measured temperature. We're significantly warmer and more humid than we were yesterday. So that humidity is packing a punch too, but that's not factored into this. So as you head out the door this morning, you're going to be feeling a little bit different than you did the last several days. Speaking of, waking up at nearly 80 degrees in Muscle Shoals right now, 75 in the Rocket City, 72 in Guntersville, and 74 in Decatur this morning. It is warm, it is muggy, and that trend is continuing. By this afternoon, we actually won't get too hot. We'll be feeling still that humidity, but we won't get overly hot because of all the cloud cover we have. We'll reach to the upper 80s and low 90s depending on where you call home, but either way, it's just a couple degrees below average, and all this cloud cover is the reason for it. 4:49 on your Wednesday morning, and 31 triple Doppler showing clear skies in Jackson and DeKalb counties for the most part, but all the rest of us dominated in dense cloud cover. Before long, we're going to start to see some pockets of rain develop in the shoals just within the next several hours. At about 6:30, they'll push into southern Tennessee in the shoals, and then that rain tracks south and east, primarily staying west of I-65 throughout the late morning and into the afternoon. It kind of fizzles out by lunchtime, but it's fully out of our way by about 2-3 o'clock. We'll keep the cloud cover, but we'll also have some pockets of sunshine coming and more sun coming as we head later into the evening as well. So not a washout, not by any stretch. I probably would go with a rain jacket if I live west of I-65, but I wouldn't even call for an umbrella. It's not going to be that much rain here for a few minutes and then gone in that kind of spotty light rain nature. By tomorrow, we're sunny, but boy, are we hot and humid. And then by Friday, for the first time in weeks, we have a risk for severe weather because of the storms. Now, it's a level 1 out of 5 risk, and the main threat is closer to Cincinnati, Ohio. However, we're getting the very tail end of that here in the Tennessee Valley. So it's coming to us Friday afternoon and evening, and we are in that level 1 out of 5. Our greatest threat is torrential downpours and gusty winds. So your Friday plays out mostly dry in the morning. We start to see 1 or 2 pockets of heavy rain, not looking to be severe, right around lunchtime. In the late afternoon, we'll reach a high temperature sitting in the low 90s, and that's going to fuel a whole lot of moisture and a whole lot of convection to give us the stronger line of storms throughout the valley. These could bring us that severe potential because the atmosphere will be plenty charged at that point to spin off a few severe thunderstorm warnings. The good news is, though, the system moves quickly, and it's out of our way by about the time we head to bed, and we have clear skies. In fact, as we head into the overnight hours, at least until Saturday. Saturday, we are not presently in a severe weather risk, but I'll let you know if that changes. One last thing for you, Ernesto, tropical storm just 4 miles per hour below becoming a Category 1 hurricane, now expected to strengthen to a Cat 3 while out in the Atlantic later this week. So that storm is just getting stronger and stronger. Scattered rain Friday and some storms as well. Scattered rain Saturday morning. Sunday's looking much drier. And then we're sitting in the low 90s, right back at average with sunny skies next work week.
Not going to complain about the low 90s or a little bit of rain, honestly. We need
can
it.
use it. Yeah, not bad.
Not bad.